hustling down the straightaway.
Battle for third. Have a listen. Before the midpoint of the corner, and Dilly's already rolling onto the throttle a little bit gingerly with Kerry Mix on the outside, but Mark Dilly making the pass.
Yeah, they're a little more aggressive down in the apex of turn 1 and 2. They get to the gas a lot quicker down in 1 and 2 than 3 and 4. But look at that, drive it up off the corner.
Side by side for the leader. He's at the corner, he's at the door, and then JR out pulls him coming off the corner.
You got to wonder if JR is just not using up that right front just a little too much right now, but he's throwing caution to the wind. He's here to win races, and the championship will look after itself.
Last year, this race was won by Andrew Ranger, who would go on to win the championship, and this was the line that Andrew Ranger used almost the entire time.
Fitzpatrick, very smart there. He wasn't making ground on the outside. He was just using up the equipment. So you see him just out of the throttle on the brake and let Steckly go and settled in for now.
Guys, the 50 team working feverishly to get Joey McComb back out. They cut brake lines when they had the tire go down. That's why he's behind the wall now. The crew working to replace him, get him back out, and get him as many championship points as possible.
It's a small crew, Billy. John Fletcher, the crew chief, Joey's dad, Kevin, and Frank Millen, all working on that race car to get him back on track.
Well, Joey, that's a mom-and-pop operation. They do it on a very, very small budget. So only 3 crew members made the trip. But you know what? They work hard, and they do a good job for what they got.
We were on board with Jason White briefly there, and Joey McComb on the verge of a top 10 in the points. That would be a huge victory for them.
Absolutely.
Back on the racetrack, Don Thompson Jr., he's been marching towards the front, and that car looks smooth. The number 4 car running in the 4th position. Whoa! Jason White goes around in the 21, cockpit full of smoke, and that'll bring out a yellow, and he just loses a lap.
Well, we're going to get a good look at this on the replay. Jason White got some severe damage on the right front. Here's the replay. Down into turn 1. He touches the apron. Right there, whacking. You see the thing go around. He got some help behind. Stuffs the right front in the corner. And Todd Lewis is pit side to give us an update.
See the bodywork all askew on that 21 A&W Cruiser, the dub car of Jason White. Hood's going to come off. They're going to try and make sure that there's no other damage underneath. You don't want that radiator punctured. Want to make sure the front end parts are still intact for Jason White.
There's a lot of ductwork in that front end. Here we are with pit stop. Right side tires going on Fitzpatrick. Left side tires going on Steckly. They're pitted one in front of the other. Looks like Dilly's taking on left. So is Ron Beauchamp Jr. and the battle off pit road. What a view as Mark Dilly gets a great stop. The only driver beating him off pit road was Fitzpatrick. We're going to take a break. DJ Kennington is the leader. Watching the NASCAR Canadian Tire Series presented by Mobil 1. We're on lap 111 in the Komatsu 300. DJ Kennington, the race leader. Don Thompson Jr. on the outside. We're back to green.
Down into turn 1 one more time here at Riverside. DJ Kennington's going to get his 5 bonus points for leading a lap.
The field streaks by. Kennington with a great restart. Same with Jason Hathaway in that snap-on number 3. Interesting story from the pit stops, though, Billy. One driver has completed his service, 4 tires and fuel. It's our points leader, JR Fitzpatrick.
Well, you know what? I don't want to second guess. Could be a tad early, but I'll tell you, previous history states, and my crew chief used to tell me, let's get in, get our service, and get back out. We'll work our way back through traffic, and when they stop, we're out front. But the deal is 300 laps here, tough on right side tires. Could have been a tad early, but JR is one of the best young lions out there.
Driver Scott Steckly, we're riding along with on the front bumpers. He chases Ron Beauchamp Jr. Look at Jason Hathaway. He's getting racy for the lead up there. And we talk about strategy. Here's Fitzpatrick, mired deep in traffic. Looks like he's running in the 9th spot. Might be the 8th once it gets up around Mark Dilly. That'll be the battle for 8. Wayne Smith running in 7, just ahead of them. Holy cow, they look 3 wide. Wow!
Action pack here at Riverside. Mark Dilly, the veteran, thought better to go 3 wide, but off of turn 2, he does go 3 wide, and they put the man a lap down. The local boy gives up the spot.
He thought better for a second till he thought he could really benefit from 3 wide.
Well, when you don't own the race car, you might have to pay to fix it, so the best thing to do is not put yourself in that position.
John Gaunt battling with the 60 of Ron Beauchamp Jr. We're on board with Simone and the RX 100, number 95. He's running 7th right now, having a comfortable race. Good to see him running well as JR Fitzpatrick. Oh, he might not have liked what Mark Tilley did there 3 wide, but it takes 3 to go 3 wide, Billy.
Yeah, absolutely. You make your choices and you live with them, that's for sure. A little bit of bumper tag. Dilly gives him the spot down in turn 1.
So JR Fitzpatrick gets around Mark Tilley. Tilley slides up behind the ship machine. And now we have a look at Don Thompson Jr. And I still say, of all the cars we've watched today, that home hardware number 4 just looks so smooth.
There you can see where it lands getting down into turn 3, and he's up off the throttle. He picked up 3, maybe 4 feet off that other car there, right in the middle of the car. Watch, back on the gas, the car turns, and look at the drive he gets off the corner. That car is hooked up off the corner.
I want to see where he is on about lap 298. Maybe we'll see a similar finish to last week like we had in Barrie. Here's JR Fitzpatrick looking over the back end of John Gaunt. Whoa! Having a real good look. Gaunt sideways, running in the 7th spot, but JR Fitzpatrick wants it.
Johnny Gaunt all kind of loose under braking and corner entry. They'll get that fixed on the pit stop for sure. He's a dynamite short track racer, that's for sure.
Well, that is for sure. In the Triad Motorsports, the Gaunt Brothers Racing, number 11, as Anthony Simone gets around. Now Mark Tilley making the pass on the inside as well. Kerry Mix looking to make it through as well, so John Gaunt's lost 5 positions here in short order. It's early in the going, but you never want to get shuffled back like that, Billy.
And there's lots of racing left to go, and they'll get that car adjusted, and he'll have a better race, that's for sure. A guy having a bad day is standing by with Todd Lewis.
Yeah, guys, Jason White behind the wall. Jason, I can see the frustrated look on your face. What happened from your seat?
Oh, it's simple. I got dumped by the O2 car. There's no need for it, but we come all this way and work hard, and A&W team's here working hard. Just got dumped. That's it.
Well, he's not too happy, Billy, but I'll tell you, Kerry Mix was sliding backwards through the field like a rock. The last car to go by was the 21 of Jason White. Kerry got the caution he needed.
Well, I can't really comment that way, but you do get frustrated as a stock car racer. If you're having a bad day in your own car and you get passed by a guy you don't think you should get passed by, you may dump him just to get the caution.
What a battle we're seeing for the 2nd spot there. Don Thompson, Scott Steckly, and now on board with Jason Hathaway. Hathaway had been challenging DJ Kennington for a number of laps for the lead, but as we can see from his onboard, he's lost a lot of ground as well.
Well, you know what? Race car drivers get a little over-aggressive with their tires and setup, and you can go out there and be a hero for 15 or 20 laps and use your stuff up, and you'll start pedaling to the back, just like Hathaway is right now.
Jeff Lapsevich goes down a lap to the leader, DJ Kennington. Lapsevich running in the 12th spot. So 11 cars remain on the lead lap. And Kennington could put a lot of distance between himself and the field if he can get through lap traffic better than the rest.
Well, DJ's starting to use that outside groove. I knew it would come in sooner or later. It's a lot easier on the right front and the right rear up there on the outside line. Little bigger radius for the tires to turn. And if you're easy on the throttle and brake, you will not use up your stuff. Oh, John gets turned down the backstretch hard into the right.
That was the craziest thing I've seen. That's a wheel. That's a wheel with the tire on it. It's down in 3 and 4. Let's assume it came off the 11 of John Gaunt, Billy.
It just caught me in mid-throw. I seen him hard into the fence with the right rear, and then in the camera, I see this tire come bouncing straight into the camera. My Lord, that was a tough break. Here we go. We're on board.
Oh, and it's starting to go there.
That wheel is loose or broken. There it is. It come right off the race car. No contact with anybody else, and around he goes into the inside fence.
Oh, that was Steckly. That was Scott Steckly we were on board with, and he almost caught a big chunk of that wreck. That could have been horrible.
If he'd have gone up over the top of that rolling tire, that car would have got messed up bad.
Under yellow, pit road's busy. Let's go to Todd.
Little gamesmanship going on, but the 17 car of DJ Kennington along pit road. The Castrol Edge Dodge crew goes to work, right side tires, and he will return to the battle.
Well, as we called it, the right sides will be the most important tires of the day right here. And you see a bunch of the top guys all going for rights.
Well, now we see everybody take on right sides except for JR Fitzpatrick, but he's going to have some great track position. But look at these drivers with all fresh rubber. When we come back, it's going to be a wild restart on TSN.